Welcome to today's deep dive. Ready to explore something interesting? We're going to be talking about birthdays. But not just any birthday, we're going to be diving specifically into January 25th. And get this, I've got a curious little book called Adam's Birthday Book to guide us.
Adam's birthday book. That sounds like fun. Where do we even start with that?
Right, okay, so this source might be a bit out there, but that's what makes this fun. It's all about uncovering those unexpected insights. And let me tell you, Adam doesn't disappoint. He jumps right in and calls January 25th the Day of Destiny.
The Day of Destiny. Wow, okay, that has a certain ring to it. It's like their whole life is already decided. Shaped by things beyond the everyday. I'm interested to see where this goes.
Me too. So Adam says that those born on this day are in for quite the ride. Think like intense highs and lows. And their lives almost mirror what's happening in society. It's like their personal journeys are so closely intertwined with the world around them. What do you think about that?
That's a powerful image. It suggests a heightened sensitivity to the world, like a connection to the bigger picture.
Exactly. You know, this might sound familiar even if your birthday isn't on January 25th. Have you ever felt particularly affected by major events or shifts in the world?
That's a great question. I mean, yeah, we're all part of this interconnected web, aren't we?
Absolutely. But let's get back to those born on the Day of Destiny. Adam says they need a strong will to navigate this insane life. He talks about a constant internal struggle. He even mentions a dark side to their personality.
Oh, wow. That's kind of dark. It seems to point to the challenges of balancing ambition with a need for inner peace. And finding creative outlets is important, too.
So is this something unique to people born on this day, or is this like everyone? This constant push and pull between our aspirations and just being content, you know?
That's a good question. A lot of great thinkers and artists throughout history have struggled with that, too. And, this whole dark side thing. Maybe it's more about the challenges that come with being really talented. It's like they say, to whom much is given, much is expected.
That's a really good point.
Yeah.
And Adam says that January 25th individuals could be incredibly talented, even like geniuses. But he also says they tend to have kind of crazy personal and professional lives.
That's interesting. Do you think there's a connection between being super talented and going through a lot of tough stuff in life?
It's like they experience things more intensely.
Exactly. And that makes me think about the numerology stuff Adam talked about. He connects January 25th with the number 7 and the planet Neptune.
Right. For those of us who don't know much about numerology, what does that even mean? What's so special about the number 7 and Neptune?
Okay, so in numerology, the number 7 is about introspection and like analyzing things and seeking knowledge. It's like you're always trying to figure things out and see the deeper meaning in everything.
That makes sense, especially with the whole Day of Destiny thing.
Exactly. And then you've got Neptune, the planet of dreams and intuition and all things spiritual. Neptune makes them more sensitive and compassionate and connected to something bigger than themselves.
So they're not just thinking about the world logically, but also sensing its energy.
Yeah, like they have a sixth sense.
But then Adam says that the number 25 is associated with danger.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of scary. It's like a warning sign on their journey. Like they need to be careful because they have so much potential.
So it's a balancing act, trying to balance their ambition with some peace and logic with intuition.
Right. It's about finding that balance and staying true to yourself.
Yeah.
And speaking of staying on track, Adam says the tarot card for January 25th is the Chariot.
The Chariot. Yeah, that's a powerful image. It makes me think of willpower and controlling your own destiny. What's the deeper meaning of this card, and how does it connect to January 25th?
So the Chariot is all about moving forward. It's like you said. It represents that inner strength and the ability to overcome anything, no matter how tough things get.
So it connects back to that whole willpower thing that Adam was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. The Chariot reminds us that we're in control of our own lives. But it's not just about brute force. It's also about balance and control. Like a charioteer has to guide their horses carefully. We have to do the same with our own strengths and energy.
So again, it all comes back to balance, just like that internal struggle Adam mentioned.
Exactly. It's about finding that balance between drive and determination and your own inner wisdom.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about destiny and willpower, but what about the practical stuff? What does Adam say about the health and well-being of people born on January 25th?
Right. Well, according to Adam's birthday book, mental resilience is super important. He says that people born on January 25th might struggle with negativity or even feel down sometimes, especially when they feel lost.
That makes sense. They feel everything so intensely.
All right. So it's really important for them to find healthy ways to cope with challenges.
So self-care is key for our January 25th listeners.
Absolutely. Adam also talks about physical well-being. He says they should be careful about accidents. especially in risky situations.
So they need to be more aware of their surroundings.
Yeah, it's about finding that balance between being intuitive and staying present,
Got it.
and for long-term health. Adam says staying active is crucial, both mentally and physically. And not just going to the gym. It's about keeping their minds engaged and finding things they're passionate about.
Wow, so everything really does come back to balance.
Exactly. And that's something we can all learn from.
Definitely. So as we wrap up our deep dive into January 25th birthdays, what's the key takeaway here?
I think it's this. We all have our own path to follow. And while birthdays can give us some interesting clues, it's ultimately our choices that determine our destiny.
I love that. So no matter when you were born, embrace your strengths, acknowledge your weaknesses, and most importantly, keep going. You're the one in control of your life. And that's it for today's deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious.